Okay, so this is my first drive on 69.3. That was a really good creep and left turn. I've heard mixed things about this build. I think that some people are having some buggy issues with the screen. Maybe that was what they were talking about. I don't know. Something about making the screen large. I've been working, so I haven't really been paying attention that much to the chats. But anyway, I think that it's, still kind of struggling around pedestrians from what I've heard. So we'll see how it does today. It's a Friday. It is kind of off season here in Newport, so I'm not sure how much we're gonna get in the way of pedestrians. Okay, my car. Let's see how we do here. It should get over. Oh, that was okay. That was okay. All right, good. That was pretty decent. I'm actually surprised that it went through the stop sign. I mean, it could have, obviously it did. And I probably would have done the same thing as a human driver. But I'm impressed that it went with that truck where it was. Like, it was obviously able to determine that that it had it, and it did. Wow, that was all excellent. I don't know if you could see that there was a car coming there. And it was kind of one of those instances where it needed to like commit and go, or else it was going to be too late. And it committed and went, and it was pretty aggressive, but not so much that it made me uncomfortable. But yeah, that was really great. So waited for the pedestrian to go through the green, obviously. And went after she went by the car, but I don't think it waited until she was completely out of the crosswalk, which has been something that it's done in the past that can be somewhat annoying. Oh, it's got, wait, it had the stroller. Oh no, it's got a little kid on a bike for the stroller. It's funny. It's kind of a big stroller. Catching all the lights today. So anyway, I don't think I ever put out my last video for the last build, whatever that was, 69.4 or whatever. Or no, 4, it was only like a couple days, and then we got 69.3. Maybe it was 69.2 I didn't do a video for. I did do a drive, I just never uploaded it because honestly, like, there was no difference from what I had run into the previous build. There was literally no difference. So I just never got around to putting it up. Let's see how we do going around this bus. It's good. So we can see all the cars that are in the right lane up here. We're gonna need to get into the right lane to make our turn onto Thames. I haven't always trusted the car to be able to do this, because as a human driver, sometimes you need to be a little aggressive because the people here don't always let you in. But it's done pretty well. I'm gonna let it do its thing today and see what happens. I do have a lot of cars behind me, so whenever I'm beta testing in traffic, I do try to be mindful of the cars behind me. So interesting. My car is like really going slowly through this intersection because the cars ahead aren't going. I was waiting to see. I actually expected Beta to not go until it could get through the green, but it did. So yeah, we need to get over now. I guess it's got it here. If it takes it, let's go. That was good. I mean, I don't I don't always trust it, but it worked out. Ooh, there's a pretty green wrapped Y up there. That's a Model X. I've seen that car in town. I just saw it for the first time last week. It's a really pretty metallic green wrap. It's very nice. That was a really good turn onto Thames Street. My car really struggles there sometimes. It really kind of screws up. In fact, the last time that I came through, I actually was filmed for a German TV program last week. I think it was a week ago Friday. A freelance camera person came and filmed me driving around Newport, driving on the highway. And that was on 69.2. And my car did pretty well. I'll be interested to see how they edit it together, because we know how that goes sometimes. But it had some really great moments, and it made mistakes. But one of the mistakes that it made was on that turn. It sometimes gets kind of jerky and starts to go down behind on this side, on the left side where the parked cars are, which obviously is incorrect. So I'm waiting until we get past a couple streets up here to put in my next destination. You know, the voice commands have not been working that great for me. It's like pretty hit or miss. And so, you know, people sometimes are like, why don't you, do that in your videos instead of messing with your screen? But, the reason is because I do that and then it doesn't work and then it ruins my video, and I'm like saying it 5 times and it never gets it. So, that's why. Oh no. All right. So let's see if it corrects. It wanted to go on Young, which we have already passed. Okay, it did. It corrected onto Pope, which is where we want to go. Yeah, so I would keep saying the destination multiple times. I guess I haven't bothered trying to set up waypoints because, I'm following a particular route, and sometimes it doesn't, it doesn't follow the route that I want it to. And I can see that when I put it in here in the car. Okay, let's see how we turn on to Pope. There's pedestrians there. Letting that guy go. All right, my car should go here. Let's go. Okay, that's good. It took a little longer to make that decision than I probably would have, but it got it. So it is being super slow here. It could go faster. It's done this better in the past, but I mean, I'm glad it's being cautious. It looks like it's really looking up the road. It's folding in and out the mirrors, but it doesn't need to get that close to the cars on the left, but it's doing that. It's really kind of weaving in and out. This is new. It hasn't acted like this on Pope before. But okay, so we made it. Let's see how we do creeping around this building. Okay, well, there was nobody coming. It did do it at a pace that I would have done as a human. The turn itself was awesome. I mean, that was good. That was really good. So far, so good. I gotta say, the turns have all been super smooth. It's like they're really refining that, the fine details on the turns. They've all been fantastic. It chose this lane at a nice time, which sometimes it would wait a little too long. So the real test is coming up. There's a couple spots up here. Well, it's funny that I say that, because the real test used to be creeping back there from Pope onto Spring, that used to be something that it never could get. And now it gets it, like, I would say, 90% of the time, it gets those creeping turns without me having to intervene at all. And by intervene at all, I mean, it needs to be comfortable for the oncoming traffic too. If my car is nosing out so much that the oncoming traffic thinks that I'm coming, that I'm going, then that's too much. So, it's always been kind of a choreography, dance with creeping, and they really seem to have gotten that. But now, so the remainder of my test loop up here, it has still struggled. There's a stop sign up here that it creeps out into the middle of the intersection with. Instead of just going, it's a two-way stop. It only needs to look for traffic to the left, but I don't know what changed. I think I know I've talked about this in videos before, but something changed to where it doesn't like what it's seeing. And it's like folding in the mirrors. All right, I just intervened for the first time, really just because it was being way too cautious around a car that was stopped and there is traffic behind me. I don't know what it didn't like about that UPS truck. Maybe it thought it was we were a little too close to it, but we weren't. There was plenty of space. Okay, this is the one where it creeps out into the middle. Yeah, it's still doing that here. Again, I have cars behind me. I gave it a little push as it got out into the middle of the intersection. That's obviously something it shouldn't do. There were no cars coming, so there was no harm. But just to not be an annoying driver to the people behind me, I gave it a little push there. So up ahead, Washington Square. There's, a place where it has to decide if it's going to go left or right around some construction. And it's been stopping, or it's been really hesitating ever since they put up this covering on the chain link fence. There's like a sign up here you'll see on this chain link fence that's describing what is going on with this construction. Oh, you guys, that was perfect. All right, we're stopping here and we shouldn't be. All right, it's not, wait, is it? Oh, no, this is the route. Yeah, it was gonna miss the turn there. Couldn't decide. It was, I guess the lane selection there wasn't very good. Okay, this is behaving okay. It always kind of struggles there because it's a wide open space, but that was actually really good. It kind of deciding what to do, and then it made the decision and went. It didn't hesitate. Oh, stopping for pedestrians. As it does, unlike what Dan O'Dowd would like. Let's see how we do going around. You guys! That was so amazing! Oh my God! All right. That was, it wasn't perfect, but for me, for Washington Square, that was really good. That last U-turn, it's basically a U-turn, it handled without hesitation. It has been so jerky through there. For as long as I can really remember now, it's been jerky through there. So